Welcome. Axel Dream Catcher, episode 60 with Young Vizion. What's
What's
up,
going on,
bro?
guys? What's going on, bro? What's going on with you?
So before we get into the show, it's Women's History Month. I want to give a shout out to Florence Nightingale. She just helped the nursing foundation. So she's known as the Lady with the Lamp. Because she was helping the soldiers like in the Victorian time and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So she was a really just a strong woman.
Shout out Florence.
Yeah, Florence Nightingale was amazing. Um, let's get into your song, bro. Oh yeah, you got your song. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Am I playing or you playing it?
oh no, you're playing it. I can't play it from here.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no way to do it from here.
Sing the beats. Run that thing. Y'all better listen up. Check it. Is they still gon' love me? Y'all can't take this from me. Always about my money. I'm part of the struggle. Match my vibe and stay humble. But some niggas on the game never said it was easy. Some had a lot of faith, some ain't even believe me. That's okay, roll the J, never ever look back. Young Benny, put your girl, you ain't getting her back. I know the major simple things that these gentlemen lack. Confidence, get your paper, can you juggle them all? Gary, Indy, AZ, North Dakota, I'm dope. Is they still gon' love me? Y'all can't take this from me. Always about my money. Let me talk now. I'm on my shit. Is they still gon' love me? Y'all can't take this from me. Always about my money. Bring it in, y'all. We ain't done. It's the realest, y'all. The realest to speak it. Take some notes for the weekend. Show the mama how you do it in the middle of the evening. Pop my collar, made a holler, never spending the dollar. Earlier talking about the mag, now she's scrolling the follow. Is they still gon' love me? Y'all can't take this from me. Always about my money. Let me talk now. I'm on my shit. Is they still gon' love me? Y'all can't take this from me. Always about my money.
So what's that song about? And what would you say your music's about in general?
I would say my music is a little bit about everything, man. I listen to everything. I don't just, categorize in one music. I listen to R&B, I listen to metal, listen to hip hop, now music type stuff now. But other than that, dude, my music just generated. I would say my shit's just some player ass music shit, man. Like some old school R&B, hip hop,
Old school
player shit.
And I got my stuff.
But that's how I describe my music, guys, man. I've been doing it since I was about 13 years old, 2012. I've got about 20 tapes. I've been doing this for a while. So.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Oh wait. Can you re-say that again? My bad.
Oh no, you're good. I would say my music style is just a little bit.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out.
You hear me?
Perfect. All right. Yeah.
Okay. I would say my music style is a little bit more on the player side, man. I listen to all genres of music. So I go from hip hop, R&B to metal, you name it, dude. So I've listened to cool stuff. So I tune it in with my little style on to it now. I listen to somewhat of the new music, but not too much of it. I'm mostly like an old 2000 type guy. I was born in the 90s, but I feel like my decade was born in the 70s and 80s because I love all those instruments and classical stuff, dude. That's what I thrive on.
What?
That's what I thrive on. All those classical.
I'm sorry. Can you reconnect it again, please? Yeah. The internet is just messing up. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
All right, all right.
I can
Yeah.
remove him and then he can just rejoin.
What?
If he just disconnects.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just reconnect the internet and then we'll be back. So sorry about that because
Oh,
it's like cutting
But
in and out.
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
reconnected.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Uh, oh well. What's up? Recently I went to a Hollywood show. It was in March and it was yesterday. It was really cool. Priscilla Presley, Peter Best, most of the cast of Dallas, the two people from the Hunter TV series, people from Electric Woman. I was in Burbank, California. It was amazing going up there. I went with my friend. What? Oh, okay, cool. All right, all right. Oh, what's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
So what were you saying? Your music's about? So sorry about that.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that too, man. My music style is just about, man, it's all about me. It's nothing fake, all real stuff, dude. That comes out of it. I'm just a real ass player ass dude, man. So like, I just keep it G with everything. So like, I go way back from listening to my music from the Beastie Boys to freaking, Prince, freaking Michael Jackson. I listen to all those dudes. Curtis Mayfield. Those are
Yeah,
all those old player dudes. I listen to Kiss, Metallica. So my
yeah,
music's all generated, man. Sometimes I'll listen to Hispanic music, man. So I got it
yeah.
all.
I recently met Enrique Iglesias and Awanis. They actually were really nice. They stopped. They did a photo of me, did an autograph, and it's an honor because they're known as two of the greatest Latino artists in the industry.
Heck
We
yeah.
put on one hell of a good show.
Heck yeah, dude. I've seen you be actually like, meeting a
Yeah.
whole bunch of dude from wrestlers and everything, dude. Yeah, so like I'm a whole wrestling fan too. Always been since I was a little kid.
Well,
I've
which
always
wrestler is your favorite?
shoot right now at the moment, I'd have to say AJ Styles. AJ Styles is my dude. I
Oh,
met,
he's
I was I
amazing
was
legend.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet Randy Orton. I got to shake his hand, but I didn't get
Yeah,
any signing from him because I didn't have
yeah,
a pen. But yeah,
yeah. I got to meet Randy Orton. That dude was amazing. Nice dude.
yeah, dude, yeah, dude's awesome, dude. And I know he got like Sting's last match today, so probably gonna
Oh
watch
yeah,
that.
I got to meet Sting earlier this year too.
Hell yeah, that's
Amazing dude.
badass, dude. That's badass. Hell yeah.
It's amazing how those guys are still able to go at it. I mean, I saw Sting for the first time in person last. I think it was like February or January or something like that, and it was impressive. He's really still got it in him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, a lot of them can go. A lot of them, I'm just kind of sad to still see them in the ring, but that's like them chasing the dragon. They still want to keep doing it.
Well, I mean, Ric Flair, and Hulk Hogan's
Yeah,
still coming back every now and then.
yeah, I still see them too every now and again.
But look at The Rock came back, John Cena came back, Rey Mysterio came back. It's crazy.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio can still go. Rey Mysterio is a legend.
Yeah, I mean they call him
Rock
the
is
greatest
too.
masked wrestler of
Rock
all
just did a
time.
massive heel turn. Yeah, they're about to do some wonders for the company now.
That's very true. So so you lived here in Arizona for a while, right?
Yeah, man. I
Why'd you
wasn't
move?
born. I was born in Gary, Indiana. So
Yeah,
I moved out to Arizona when I was about 4 years old with my mom. And since then, I lived in Arizona till I was about to 2020, the year of the pandemic happened.
yeah,
And I had a ex girlfriend, as you would say, old wife, old life,
yeah,
and things didn't work out. So we moved out here, and got a new girl, new world.
yeah,
And I've just been chilling out in North Dakota now, man. It's just a whole different culture shock.
yeah.
So
How's the rap industry out there?
not really good, man. Not at all. I'm like one of the only ones that do it out here, dude. I haven't done a show out yet, but that was the plan with this. I was gonna do this little interview, and then I got
Yeah,
one coming up for this little place called, I think it's called. It used to be called Armies, but now it's something else. I forgot what it's called, but they
yeah,
are they got us going. I'm gonna start doing something there around springtime. But
yeah,
I've done some shows out in Arizona, plenty of shows.
yeah,
I've opened up for Young Simi. Shout
yeah,
out Young Simi. He's an underground legend. I was able. I've talked to a lot of rappers out. You know, I've got to meet Currency, Spitta. Spitta's
Oh, he's
awesome.
amazing. Legends.
Spitta, shout out Spitta. Um, got to meet Maxo Cream once. Maxo Cream's dope. Maxo
Oh,
Cream,
nice dude. Nice dude.
yeah. I've got to work with G Herbo. I've got G Herbo on a song once. That
Oh,
was
G
actually
Herbo's
really good.
nice, man.
Yeah, I got G Herbo on a song. That was pretty awesome. You know, that's probably one of the major things that really happened with my career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten features from like Simi and Herbo. I think I'm pretty good right now.
How much were those?
I'm not gonna get into detail with those, but I'm gonna just say those right now. Those guys show me real love. They recognize
Yeah.
real. They recognize real music and real people. So I'm glad and shout out them.
Sometimes you guys spend the money and it's worth it.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Damn. So you ever plan to do any more shows here in Arizona? Come back?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, always, dude. Like I said, I don't plan to stay out in North Dakota for long. This is
Yeah.
not my home. This is
Yeah.
just something that just happened out in the spur of the pandemic. And
Yeah.
like I said, man, I'll be back in Arizona. I visit every once in a while because I got family. You know what I mean? I got
Yeah.
families, cousins all over Arizona. I'm a Mesa Chandler, Arizona boy. I went to
Yeah.
Dobson High School, and then I went to El Dorado. You
Yeah.
know, you interviewed FOF Rico. Me and him done
Yeah.
some music before. Yeah, before back in that. He was actually FOF. It was a crazy thing about him. He was I remember when he used to first just be a producer, and he used to just come over to my house because I was already doing the music stuff, and he would just come over and he would try to make some beats or whatnot. And I was like, dude, just go on and just try this rap stuff. And he's taking off with it on his own path, and I'm proud of him for doing what he's doing. But yeah, that's how it's been in Arizona.
And so where you're from? What kind of style of music's popping out there?
Right now from Gary, Indiana, well, we got some originators, man. You got Freddie Gibbs, you know, Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 family grew up, originated from Indiana.
Yeah.
So right now at the moment, not a whole lot, dude. Not a whole lot. Like I said, I don't
Yeah.
see a lot of cats. You would see most of them generated from Chicago. You know what I mean? You get
Yeah.
all those coming from there. Not too much really from Gary, Indiana.
Damn. There's got to be a wave that needs to be set, you know?
Yeah, it really does. You know, the city is just needs to be. It's going through a change right now. I'm sure Gary, Indiana is going to pop up and be one of the most popular cities again. It used to be one of the most famous music cities, you know, in the whole world, and
Yeah.
it just went down for a while. And I'm expecting to come up for Gary. I really do.
So I was looking into you a little bit, but you really like superheroes and stuff like that. So which ones would you like put inside your music? Like what superheroes or like what stories?
I like Wolverines. I like
Yeah.
Wolverine's story, man. Wolverine was a badass man. His whole story with his brother creating it just ties back into just, you know, whole thing with my music, man. You know what I mean? If you don't really need, I wouldn't say you wouldn't need, but blood is blood. And it's not
Yeah.
really, it can be your family, but that's not really your family at the end of the day. And family is what you make it and who you choose to pick. And I have a very close group of people that are very close to me. And I've had some that have been very unfortunate to make it through this ride with me.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That I have called my brothers or, you know, homies or cousins or whatnot. You know what I mean? But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, life is what you make it, and so is family. And he's one of those ones that I just really admired his story on. I mean, talk about shoot, Batman's another great one, dude. I love the
Yeah.
Joker and all what's not. Green Goblin. Shoot, I've died away from it a little bit,
Yeah.
somewhat, but you know, it's gotten kind of wonky. Same with sports. I used to be in tune with sports a lot, dude, and
Yeah.
I just kind of fell off of sports as well. But that's how
How
I go.
about like is there a specific woman in your life that inspires you?
Right now, I would say I'd go for I'd go for three. I go
Yeah.
for three women. I'd say my grandmother Ann right now at the moment. I mean, she knows about my music, but
Yeah.
she doesn't dabble in because you know she's like one of those very good old Christian ladies. She doesn't
Yeah.
listen. She listen to like Tupac or whatnot, but this new stuff now, nah, she won't even listen to an ear. But she has my full support on everything, and she's
Yeah.
been that way since the jump. Because my dad used to do music. He used to rap a long time ago. You know,
What was his name?
his name's Walt, but he used to go by W back in the day. So you know what I mean. He back in the '90s, and he used to have he has flows to this day still. You know, he never really got the unfortunate time to be with the internet to pump music out and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
he still can go. He still can go. I'd have to say shout out to. my mom, who's passed away too. She was
R.I.P.
the RIP, Mama Trinita. She was always like a hard part of my life that she always wanted and expected the most out of me, no matter what it was.
Yeah,
Every parent has their, you know what I mean, what they want for their kid. You know, I've had jobs and stuff. I could have been a doctor. I could have been anything else, you know what I mean? But I chose to be in the music game and the smoke industry, stuff like that, dude. So I just really involved in just my own character. And she just, as long as I was happy, that's all
yeah,
that mattered. So that's all I can do for her now while she's up and above is just keep doing what I'm doing.
yeah.
And then I'll just say currently, just my girl right now, she's done a lot for me. The last 2 years, I mean, she helped me rise and get sober off alcohol. I've been clean and sober off alcohol for
Congratulations on that.
yeah, for like almost a year and a half now. I'm in the gym every fucking day, just working
Yeah,
my ass off, kicking ass, dude. You know what I mean? Just staying loyal, staying humble, and just know what I really got in life. And she's really showed me what's important with that. So shout
so
out to her.
yeah, shout out. So you're a fan of movies. So what movie do you wish you could have made, and which horror movie character would you be?
Man, dude, there's so many. See, like I was a fan of like always like Michael Myers. Dude. Michael Myers is my go-to dude. I've watched every single story, every single movie. You can name it. I know the scene, part,
Yeah,
line, you name it. I've Rom Zombie's just a given talent. I love him to death, dude. He works like a machine. Like the Devil's Rejects,
yeah,
him and Captain Spaulding, R.I.P. Captain Spaulding, rest in peace. But
yeah,
he was a legend himself, and I wish that I could have been able to play and be something in there with the Devil's Rejects. The Devil's Rejects was a cool ass movie that I would love to
yeah,
partake in. Something
yeah,
small. It could have been anything, dude. Like
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Rob Zombie's a fucking icon, but he's also icon rocker too. You know, he
yeah.
started out White Zombie, then Rob Zombie, and he
Mm-hmm.
became a director, a fucking actor. The dude is like the Lil Wayne of the fucking metal industry. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because Lil Wayne's done the same thing. Lil Wayne's been in movies, cartoon shows. He's done
Mm-hmm.
country. He's done auto tune. He's done
Yeah.
emo. He's done indie. He's done acoustic. I think he's done
Yeah.
country. Lil
Yeah.
Wayne's done a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Same with Snoop Dogg too, man. Those guys are iconic, man. They go way back for us in our generation, man. To a time where people don't really recognize just how much time and just effort because they're not just doing it. That's
Yeah,
just something they love. They wouldn't just do a country album or do something like that because they don't like it. They actually probably really listen to these music as well. So like, why not? Like I'm not gonna like be a sponsor for something that I don't support in. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna jump
yeah,
on something I don't do myself. Because like I said, I have like a little EP myself where I do some Spanish music as well, where I'm talking straight up Spanish on 3 songs. And
damn.
I'm like, that's just me. That's just because I enjoy it and I learned it for over 12 years growing up. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm gonna put it into my music.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta, unite it. We gotta
Yeah.
unite more because,
Mhm.
also in this world is what you notice is racism still is still fucking big. Unfortunately, it fucking sucks, but it's still huge, and it's good to bridge the gap when you unite the two styles of music together. It's
Yeah.
fucking remarkable.
Most definitely.
Snoop Dogg did that with Banda MS. He did a song with them, and that was amazing. That was really amazing. Because it was about the struggles at the border, and there's a lot of struggles at the border too, and people forget about that, and it's sad, it's really sad. But I mean, what are some improvements you think the world needs to unite us more together?
I think the world just needs to stop looking at social media and really stop paying attention to everything they see because, everything spreads like a wildfire.
For
And
sure.
once one person sees it and shares it, everybody sees it and shares it.
Yeah.
And social media has made it worse because now you got different streaming services where you can see everything now. Anywhere you look up, you don't have to just look at the news. You can look on TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, and you'll see it. I feel like people just, just really look into the reality of just how life is for you and how life is for yours in your other, circle. I
Yeah.
think people just do just fine, man, because all this stuff's gonna happen in the world. This stuff's been happening since the beginning of time, dude. You just gotta literally just be adult enough and not just be plain ignorant and just be like, dude, I'm not gonna indulge in that type of, environment.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But also, I feel like with the movies, the music, and the TV shows, it unites us more together.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like art, we
exactly.
need that. We need
Yeah,
that.
exactly, exactly. We do need some sorts of like art in this world because exactly that's all history. We need to like know about the past. That way it doesn't really happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the good things recreate them, but don't try to recreate in a much that creates tension.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people try to create either styles or different genres of different things, and some people look down on that, dude. When they're just like, "Hey, that's just probably them recreating their own little mindset, how they portray it." But nobody really understands it like that, dude. They just wants to
True.
be a hate. Some people just want to be a hater and just hate on people and what they're doing.
So what's your worst fear in near death experience?
Ooh, my worst fear. My worst fear. That's a hard one. My worst fear. My worst fear is always dying in a car crash, and a
Yeah, it's pretty
very
scary.
digital like car crash. Because you know what I mean. Things happen. And if you're not behind the wheel or something like that, if you're not in control, or even if you are in control of it, you don't want to be at fault of something, very massive, or you don't want to be involved in something like that massive. So that's one of my main fears as well.
Yeah.
Um, and what was another one you asked?
Near death experience.
Near death experience? Me per se? Shoot, dude. I guess I've been blessed to not really have one yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've been really, really fortunate and blessed and to put my life in certain situations where I'm not able to, get involved and do some stupid shit like that or anything. Because I know the world, you can't just walk and nothing happen to you. But I
Yeah.
just feel like, you know, the Lord has really blessed me to not really be involved or anything like that. I mean, I live in North Dakota, dude. So I mean, it
Yeah.
snows. So like, dude, if you want to say getting stuck out in the snow for about almost an hour and a half,
Yeah.
I'll say that. But you know
So
what I mean?
yeah.
That other than that, dude, because you can get frostbite in 5 minutes and die out here. It's really lethal.
It's crazy.
Right now it's snowing like hell
Yeah.
to the point where it's like weather advisory is gonna end up having to close down roads and
And
hopefully that doesn't happen, but sometimes the plow is just not enough.
so what religion are you classified as?
I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Christianity.
Well,
Yeah.
when did you find Jesus and God in life?
Well, my whole family is Christians. And I've just been living on the path of righteousness. I have it tattooed on my right arm, Psalms 23, and I've just been living by it for like the past, I don't know, since like I said, the day I was born, dude. My family really indebted into my head.
Yeah.
And I've always had questions, and I've always, branched out to different, uh, other ones, but nothing just fit with me because I was like,
Yeah.
that's not. I wasn't gonna try to change something. I have to look for it. It's not meant to be.
Yeah.
It's whatever is in you is installed in you. That's just like with being real. You can't ask questions or just try to be it. You just are. You're not.
Yeah.
And Christianity has just been one of those things that's just been installed in me since the time I was born.
But you ever had any issues come across like with friends or with people in the industry that judge you for it?
See, I get questions all the time to this day, even like, almost every single day, like your
Yeah.
beliefs and whatnot. And I just look at it, I just give a lot of examples with my life. I just stay happy and positive, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of things having to do was just having to learn that not everything's gonna be, green beans and carrots.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And just to learn and just to focus on doing what's right and what's positive, I just learned to I steer people towards that, and I'd love people to tell them to look at my life. Now everything's been positive, like I
Yeah.
said, like mom passing or whatnot, or just dealing with alcohol, or dealing with stuff in the past. But look what came out of that.
Yeah.
Is why what I mean. Why I'm still here to be able to tell my story and whatnot. It's all because of him in my eyes. It could be in other people's eyes, but that's my opinion and that's my beliefs on that.
What people don't understand is doing what you do, because I'm a rapper too, is it's
Mm-hmm.
fucking really hard to get to the point where you're making a decent amount of money to support yourself and survive, because a lot of these streaming platforms versus selling physical media back in the days, you're not really making as much money as you would selling like a CD or
Yeah.
vinyls to people.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you had the lowrider community and shit like that. You sell the CDs out the trucks. These days, a lot of people are wanting the downloads, but you're not getting paid a lot for those downloads or those streams.
Hmm.
Um, so just tell people a little bit about that so they can understand. Um, basic around like how many years it takes to get to a point where you're making a decent living off this, because people give up quick.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of those things where, like I said, where you have to really have to put where your loyalty lies on with your music and your craft and whatnot, because it's all about your perception with it. Because one of those things is, it's like getting buff or like getting huge. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna instantaneously do that. You have to keep working on it, and then
Yeah,
one day around the world, you're gonna reach that climax. I think where people give up too much is because they have no faith. They lost faith, and it all starts off with something. They have lost faith in something, and it starts off when you're young, and it just keeps growing up to as you get older that you start losing little characteristics. Sometimes it might be school, like you start dropping out of school, you give up on little things like that. Or
yeah,
like, relationships, you break off relationships quick because you're not used to someone telling you what to do or anything
yeah,
like that. So people just are just not used to, just they're comfortable, I would say, in just chaos in a way, because it's always, things are always changing, but if it's not in their ways, they just let it go. They just let it go and move on to the next thing, which it really shouldn't always have to be, because I feel like half the time when those people give up, that will be the moment, that's when they succeed. That's the minute shit happens. But if they
yeah,
just waited and they just kept pursuing, they would have made it. Because like I said, not everybody just has a one hit wonder, man. Like you said, you're dealing with the music industry. No one really has it. They've either worked so hard for so long, and
yeah,
I'm still trying to make it. I'm not nearly as close to any of these rappers or anything like that, dude. I was just blessed to work with these people, dude, and meet these
yeah,
people. Like I said, I've wanted to quit so many times, this music shit, dude. I'm
yeah,
24 going on 25, and I'm like, dude, I'd be like, damn, time, old man's river's ticking, man. Like, shit, it's almost hitting 30. Should I really start closing it up now, or is that at the breaking point now where I should not stop? And
yeah.
that's just where lies with faith. You need to be believing in something.
Well, yeah, and and that's the crazy thing about the industry is, you do this for so long. There's struggles and hardships, but I think the most fucked up and hardest thing is, like for me, I can make probably at least 1,000 songs in a day easily. It's easy for me to do that, but it's
Yeah.
costly. And that's the
Hmm.
thing is, you could have all the talent in the world to make
Yeah.
1,000 songs or whatever, but you need, not only do you need a place to record it at, but you need a producer you connect with. If you don't connect with a producer, the song ain't gonna fit your vision, and it's not gonna work. Like, I've worked with some people in the past, and they didn't get the vision right, and then the final product, they mixed and mastered it. It sounded like shit, and I'm like, the song turned out good, but when they mixed and mastered it, it didn't come out that way, because a lot of people think auto tune and vocal effects are a crutch. It's not a crutch. Sometimes it's an artistic view to expand the song and give it
Exactly.
character.
Exactly.
But it's really
Exactly.
hard to find those people to help you
Exactly.
out to record your music and see your vision.
Yeah. See, I've like I said, one another shout out to my main producer, Sanctum Beats, man. He's a guy that I didn't grow up with, but he was a friend of a friend. We had a homie that passed in the year 2017, and
R.I.P.
he was his roommate. And he was like, dude, you should just link up with dude one time and just, you guys will make some classes. Because my man, Sanctum Beats, he went to school for this shit. He
Yeah,
got a degree in music and mastering. This
yeah,
man, I think. And I was like, okay, give it a shot. We worked a few songs, and it turned out to almost a lifetime of 10 years almost working together. And
yeah,
he's done almost every song that I've been with. He's almost mixed and mastered everything. He's
yeah,
never asked for a dime from me. Like, this dude has really been like worked his ass off just to get my sound perfect
yeah,
together, because I like the way how he does everything, because he doesn't just like, he doesn't really sample as much. He literally just pulls like instruments apart and just
yeah,
recreates them. And I'm a man of sound. I love all types of music from 60s to 70s to 80s classic. I can just hear
Yeah.
like a trombone or something. I'm like, put that in there. And next thing you
Yeah.
know, we're writing the whole thing together, dude. And yeah, shout out to Sanctum Beats because he's worked heavily just to help me build my craft for this whole business out. I've actually, like I said, I've worked with Perp Dog on the beat a couple times too. Shout out Perp
Yeah.
Dog. He's helped out a few with some of my songs. Me and him still chop it up. Work. He's another huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Sometimes me and him don't even talk about music. We're just chopping about like, did you see Raw? Did you see SmackDown or something like that?
Yeah.
So we're always in the loop about music. So yeah.
We're gonna go to the break and then we'll be back.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment. A race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
All right. We're back. We're back with Young Vizion. What's your typical day consist of?
So in North Dakota here, I run a smoke shop called Black Market Vape and Smoke.
Hell yeah.
And I run that for about 8 hours a day. First thing I wake up, take my shower, take my shit, you know what I mean? Probably hit the weights for a little bit, smoke a couple doobies, then I'm out the door. Then I run shop for about 8 hours. And then I come home, then I hit the gym for another 2.5 hours. I cook dinner for my girl and me,
Yeah.
and then I just chill out, dude, for the rest of the day. Just either playing the game on some Red Dead Redemption or some other old school stuff, dude.
So
Or like I've been a real favorite of Texas Chainsaw Massacre lately. So you're a fan of that. Play that with me.
It's fucking legendary. You said you go to the gym. You ever run into any like wrestlers or UFC fighters there?
No, dude, no, not out here, not out here, dude. I'd be hoping maybe I run into someone like I don't know, probably like Brock Lesnar or something like that out here. But there's no way in hell, North Dakota, dude. It's a small town, small state. No one's coming out here.
So a lot of artists these days they have bodyguards, that follow them everywhere. So when do you think it's a appropriate time to start having bodyguards with you? I mean, some people do, and they're local artists. I mean, but you in general. I mean, when would you feel like you'd have to spend that money? Because the world is crazy these days. Like crazy shit happens. It's fucking insane. I mean, the other day, about like the same dude knocked on my door at like 3 a.m. I don't even know what the fuck he wanted. He was lingering his car outside, like, parked outside my house. Shit was crazy.
See, with me per se, I would say, dude, I don't know, because I don't think I've ever had that conversation with myself. I feel like never had a need to, dude. Like,
Yeah.
because you know what I mean? I have, some people that I roll with, family and like close homies and whatnot. But like, other than that, dude, I'm not viewed as like one of those people that I need to like watch my back on or something like that. People know me for my loyalty and what I stand for and who I am as a person. I feel like if you need to walk around with something like that, then you really, you know what I mean? But of course, like you walk around, anything happens. But right now at this moment in time, dude, I said I'm not big enough to even start discussing that with myself or and my others, because I got a lot to work on. I got a lot to pave the way still. I've done it for a while. I feel like I've just stopped. I just stepped into college with the stuff.
Yeah.
I just finished high school. I got to run my college routes with it, and then once I get that, and then I'll be good. But nah, dude, to be honest, I don't think I'll ever have to roll around with security or anything like that. I'm a pretty good solid dude. I mean, I'm not saying I got the thing on me, but like I said, I'm just saying I am very well respected enough to know that people don't want to test me like that. I'm really, really just a good person in general. And I don't look around for like beef or any crap like that. I'm the chillest guy you'll probably ever meet or know. Once you meet me in person and stuff like that, or even talking to me, people
Yeah.
want to talk to me for hours. People just want to just chill, just want to smoke, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People come up offering probably me just to like wanted to smoke and chill with me more than anything.
So, are you currently going to college for anything?
No, right now, no. At the moment, no, I'm not. I wanted to, but not right now.
So the whole universe all connects, but which one would you rather be? Star in the sky, the universe, the moon, or would you be another planet?
I've always thought about the moon.
The moon?
The moon.
It's really fascinating, I feel like I don't know, it's so fucking mysterious,
You know, yeah, it's a whole thing conjoined between the sun and moon. You know what I mean? Like, why when it comes up, what's the reason why it breaks into a crescent? Why is the full moon? Why is it the term like, the crazies come out at night? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let me go touch base over at the moon and see what's actually happening at the
It,
moon.
it is fascinating how it changes shapes so many
Yeah.
different times, and then
Hmm.
the eclipse and all that shit. It's crazy.
Hmm.
It's definitely remarkable. So I mean, what would you rather be? A cowboy, astronaut, or a hunter?
Man, I would say let me be a hunter. I'll be a
Yeah.
hunter. I'll be a hunter.
Any hunting out there? People do hunting out there?
Yeah, a short shit ton, dude. A lot of people go out here once in a while. Not right now at the moment. A lot of ice fishing at the moment because it's so
Yeah.
cold. But during the
Ice road
summer,
truckers out there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out those, man. They come in all the time and they tell me a whole bunch of stories about them and what they've been up to. A lot of deer, a lot of elk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You eat deer meat, elk meat.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
Not aggressively eating it. You know what I mean? Like I won't go every weekend, but like if one of my family members or something says, "Hey, we just caught some. You got it?" I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll throw it down with you. Why not?
So, where else have you traveled besides where you are at in Arizona?
um, Besides living from Gary, Indiana, I've traveled to Kentucky. I've traveled to California, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington. I've been around some few states around. I've got to meet little different people here and there, see how they roll in their different states. Everywhere is different, man. It really
Yeah.
is. Like Colorado, if you go to Colorado, dude,
Yeah.
like they don't even use paper bags or like anything like that. You go to
Damn.
Walmart, it's all like Walmart bags or whatnot, and you have to pay for
Crazy.
those. Yeah, and that's insane to me.
Yeah. So, what are some other other countries that you want to go to one day? Like they're on your bucket list. You got to go to those countries.
I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I want to go to New Zealand and like Cuba and whatnot, dude. I feel like those countries would be actually really fascinating to learn from.
Yeah. My best friend Steven right now he's in Peru. So
Okay.
yeah, that's fucking crazy because it's like
Yeah.
Peru. It's like out of worldly kind of place. It's just those
Yeah.
kind of obscure places.
Yeah. 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 That's freaking amazing, dude. Yeah. Shout out him for that, dude. Because I always want to go out and either from music or just myself, dude, just to get up and go, dude. Get
Yeah.
that ticket and go.
Yeah, I mean that's the amazing thing, doing what you do. Eventually, you get offers, of hey, come to my country to do a show, and it's like that's fucking crazy because sometimes you don't really know anything about it. Because certain
Yeah.
countries, you know nothing about some countries, and then you go out there like, whoa, this is like
Yeah.
something that just is life changing. I got to go to Cabo San Lucas Ensenada when I was younger. I went on a cruise ship, and
Hell yeah.
that's what started me doing YouTube videos and being in the celebrity culture and taking pictures and all that.
Hmm.
Because out there, a lot of the lifestyle it just hits you in the face to like appreciate life more because you got people like hustling out there. They're just selling like the Jeff Hardy knockoff toys. They're selling like toys, like keychains, like necklaces and all that. And
Hmm.
they got the badass chips and the cool soda, but out there just like just the way that people are living out there just makes you appreciate what you have. But at the same time, you see the beauty because sometimes you see beauty in the most darkest places, or sometimes people will say most sketchiest places. You see beauty there,
Yeah.
in the nature and all that, and just the scenery. You just start appreciating things more around you when you come back to where you're from. And I feel like we all need to go in that reality sometimes to, go to the country and see what we don't have so we can appreciate what we have here in USA. Because, yeah, we got a lot of shit. I say USA definitely needs a lot of fixing. And I feel like other countries, they connect more better as a community. And I feel like we're really missing that community in USA where it's just a whole bunch of rappers and it's like, oh man, you rap, I rap, let's do a feature, man. Let's put our money together. Let's go to this country. Let's do this tour. And a lot of times it's like every man for himself. It's like the artist and he's got the manager and then they're doing everything on their own, together. And it works better when you have a whole community. So I
Yeah.
mean, how do you think eventually USA could get that point where it's more of a community and helping out the people who like do music, do movies, do TV shows, fund these kind of projects.
I just feel like they just should just go out there more. Just take the chance to just go out and do things, man. Don't be scared. Don't be, you know what I mean? Don't be timid to just, open up to new things. And that's from everywhere. Because if they can go out and do the same things with us, we can do the same things with them. I just feel like being more open. You just got to be more open with everything. Never be just exclusive to just your own things. Because you never know. Like I said, that's how those things happen, where you can branch out to those different kind of countries and whatnot for being open. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how about who would you rather be, Godzilla or King Kong?
Oh man, King Kong, King Kong, dude.
You excited about the new film?
Yeah, dude, King Kong's gonna be amazing, dude. I actually was like, I was just talking about it with a buddy earlier.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be probably one of the movies of the year. Hopefully,
yeah, it is. It's gonna be a really great film. It's gonna be remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Godzilla and King Kong are just so iconic. But King Kong's been around for a long time. He's still going on, and that runs into a lot of the artists from 90s, 2080s. They still relevant, and it's in this industry. It's really hard to stay relevant because like people fall off and then they're forgotten. I mean, like how would you say, you as artists, with your struggles of staying relevant and you being separated from others, like what like brings listeners into you compared to other artists?
I would say like with me, for example, like trying different things. When I went into when I had the idea of doing the whole Spanish mixtape, for
Yeah.
example, I was just like, dude, what is something I haven't done before? Because I feel like I'm losing some people, but I feel like, not all, but because you're still gonna have your loyalty fans they want, especially just what you're producing and what you're coming out with. But just to catch a new eye or new attention, do something you've never done before. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna put something out that a lot of people might not understand, but there's a lot of people, like I said, coming from Arizona, there's a lot of Hispanic people out there, dude. So and that's a lot of people I know and associate and talk to with as well. So I'm like, dude, I'm friends with people that are Mexican. I know good and damn well they will pump the hell and listen to this shit. So even just one or two, dude, they know what the hell I'm saying, and they're just be going to pump it out themselves. I feel like you just got to just try it. Try everything. Even if it don't work, you're gonna catch something from anything. Like I'm still thinking about doing a country song, country album, whatnot, dude. And then and you never know what's gonna happen with that. I might get some new listeners. I'm guaranteed to. But at the end of the day, there's the loyalty listeners will be like, oh, is this something different from him, or is this or are they gonna not like it, or are they gonna turn away from it, or are they just gonna be, oh no, it's just all right, I can vibe to him still. I can still get down to him.
Yeah. So, who would you be? Casper, Jack Sparrow, RoboCop, or Terminator?
That's a hard one, bro. You know where to hit me up. I'd have to say Terminator's badass.
He is badass. Amazing.
Terminator's badass.
So, but what people never say is these movies and these TV shows, I feel like people miss the deep meaning. Like they give you life meaning, they give you life lessons. Like sometimes you confuse that, like, well, shit, how do I fix this issue? And the movie like shows you how to fix the issue. It's like a guide to life. And I feel like people forget that sometimes. But has there ever been like a movie or TV show when you watched it, you were going through some shit and it gave you the answers that you needed to get out the shit that you were in?
Mm, there's so many. There's a lot of them, dude. I can't name just right off the top of my head, but I know for sure. Like, there's a lot of them because
Yeah.
every single day I pick up something from a different movie that I remember. Like something I'll say off the top of my head, I'll just know like that came exactly from that movie or something like that. Because it's just consistently flow. Like I watch movies a lot, from whether it's comedian, whether it's like old westerns, or even like the new movies today. Sometimes new Tubi movies. Sometimes those are kick ass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even like the new like I'm not really not that much in the anime, but I'm trying to step my foot into the door. There's just so
Yeah.
much of it, dude. There's just so much to grasp from them.
Yeah.
But with the movie side, dude, uh I feel like, for example, I'll give you one for a show. I'll give you
Yeah.
one for a show. The Bernie Mac show. Bernie Mac, him just literally raising his kids was literally just an epidemic for just like for like a black man, just how he's supposed to raise his family.
Yeah.
And like those little guide points like that, where I was like, I'll tell my dad once in a while, I was like, you remind me of him because him being a single father too, after my mom passed and taking us all boys in, he literally played the exact same role until where I was like, that's exactly what I know, like what's real is real. Like you were a real father. You came in and stepped into parts where somewhere where exactly in the show he did. His sister was going through bad times, and then he went and picked up his nieces and nephews' kids up, and like he didn't have to. My dad didn't. I was 17, about to be a grown man. He didn't
Yeah.
have to come, step back down because he lived in Kentucky at the time. So when my mom passed, and I had my little brother with me, he was around 8 years old. He
Yeah.
came up and he's like, he rocked with me and he took over him. You know what I mean? He as a father should and as a father would, but things like that, I'm like, all right, that really reminded me of just like that show.
So you feel like the black cinema industry is a very important thing to to help you out and give you guidance.
Yeah, no, most definitely, dude. Like, cause I've like I said earlier in the interview that I feel like I was my decades like the 70s and the 80s,
Yeah.
and I've originated and watched a lot of whole classic 70s and 80s shows and movies and whatnot, dude. No matter what,
Yeah.
and I watched other shows too. Like I'm a big fan of like, um, what's the one I was thinking about? Mm, um, I was just gonna like everybody loves Raymond, for
Yeah, it's a good
example.
one.
You know what I mean? Like those classic sitcoms and stuff like that, dude. Those really showed me like how families was, like how families argued, how families stayed families and whatnot. And that's how I became mostly just a family man. Like I'll ride for my family no matter what. They need me, I'm calling and I'm jumping down no matter what. So a lot of those shows and sitcoms that revolved around families, dude, I was always involved in them and always watching them because they showed me and with my family around too, because that showed us like how really families should be actually be.
So I see. So you're looking forward to being a family man.
Yeah.
So it like when do you think is a good time? Like, because in this generation, it's very confusing of when it's a good time for you to be a father and have a son or a daughter, have twins or whatever.
Mhm.
Do you feel like in that point in life right now you reached that point in your life yet where it's like, man, I think I need a son or a daughter right now,
uh, I think about it time to
Yeah.
time. I think about it, but it's not an initial thing. I always like to say, when time is time, when
Yeah.
it's time, it's time. When it's ready, it's ready. Like, because at the end of the day, dude, if you give us somebody an obstacle, and if they really meant for it, they will succeed in it.
Yeah.
And that's the same with being a parent. Things happen, they happen.
Yeah.
But again, I believe in time is time.
Yeah.
So I don't right now at the moment. I am not looking, but I
Yeah.
am questioning and thinking.
Yeah. And then what would you be? A Grim Reaper, a Killer Clown, or a Witch Doctor?
Oh, see, like this past Halloween, I was a killer clown. So killer clown.
Oh, Killer Clowns are always amazing. They
Oh,
made so
dude,
many great iconic films like,
yeah.
It, fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
You
Terrifier.
see, you about to say you see Terrifier? Yeah, Terrifier is pretty cool. I was
Yeah,
Terrifier a couple years
and they're
back.
nice people too. In the
Yeah.
actor in real life, he's a
Hmm.
total nerd, and that's so cool because you can relate
Yeah,
to
dude.
that,
Those two. I can have a total conversation with him. That's how deep I am with the horror films and stuff like that too. All the ones that you would actually be scared of, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to college and stuff to learn psychology and behavior psychology. Like
Yeah.
people that have, let's say, for example, or to like commit a crime or catch like five bodies and have no recollection and no idea how what happened and when happened. I would sit
Yeah.
there with them and just like take notes and be like, okay, so where you don't remember this or whatnot, and they could be the most nicest person but don't remember shit.
Well, see, yeah, and that's the amazing thing about horror movies is a lot of people don't view it that way. A lot of people view it like, oh, that's scary, that's frightening, it's disturbing, but there is a psychological point to it, and it does get you into the minds of these people and why they do what they do. Because a lot of these movies are characters like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on a real serial killer, so
Yeah,
it it doesn't like make you like the person who did that, but it kind of helps you understand uh what these people went through and like I don't know, kind of like how it could not happen again. So if you
yeah,
know the
yeah.
mistake that these
Yeah,
people
like
made, yeah,
for example, like Jeffrey Dahmer's crazy ass. Like, man, he even though I was still like, even like he was like, I would be one to like even interview the dude, like straight up, dude. I would like to know, like, some people wouldn't even be terrified to even like talk to, even meet, or even shake the dude's hands. But I would straight up just be like, real as shit with him, and just like have so many questions built up and like what came upon, like why, how, what could, you know what I mean? Everything,
yeah.
dude.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, psychology is a very important thing. It's a really important thing how to understand others, because then
Mm-hmm.
you could help them with their
Mm-hmm.
their mental issues, or you could help them become better people instead
Mm-hmm.
of just torturing people or beating them constantly. If you understand their mind more, then you
Yeah.
can change those people. You could help
Mm-hmm.
bring those people back into society and just make them better people.
Yeah, like once I stopped, like for example, when I stopped doing alcohol, I started seeing like a lot of things, a lot of people for what they are, who they
Yeah,
are, who's real and what's not. And then like you really start narrowing it down to like, okay, what's right for me, what's good and what's bad for me, you know what I mean? And that's the same thing with people, dude. Like you can have your best friend just be riding you down for the longest time and you wouldn't even know it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And it could be your worst enemy
that's
for
true.
you know.
And the thing about with music is a lot of people understand it really it is psychological. Like you're putting your heart in there, you put your mind in there, your soul in there and everything. And it's like you really are. It really is psychological. It's not
Yeah,
just you doing a song. It
yeah,
goes deeper than that.
yeah.
And a lot of people just they don't understand it. A lot of people's like, oh, it's just a mumbling trash or whatever.
Nah, for like I said, I accept all genres of music too. Like, if anybody that really wants to do a music song with me, I'm down for it. But I have to literally know their character first. I just don't want to jump on the song with anybody though. That's like my thing. I'm open to features, but not all features. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what they're doing, they're representing you as well. Same thing for like if you're working at a job, whoever you're hiring, they represent you as a company. So you got to be very sure who's representing you as well. So
true.
you're just not adding somebody that that thinks gonna make you some money or make a hot song. It's really just gonna be probably I go down really on the core of your like person too. Like, okay,
True.
you know,
Yeah. So what would you rather be, a dragon, a beast, or undersea creature?
dragon.
And the amazing thing is about dragons, they're very sacred, but they're very tough, they're very powerful, but at the same time, just like you're a rapper, uh people are intimidated by them, and people count them out all the time.
Hmm.
They don't look at them like winners. And
That's
that's
very
amazing.
true. That's very true.
So what would you rather do? Swim with the shark, swim with the whale, ride on Bigfoot's back, ride on a unicorn, or ride on Leviathan?
Uh, man, every day life you're swimming with sharks, but for real life, I talk about just swimming with. I'll swim on the whale. I'll go with the
Yeah.
whales. Yeah,
Have
my
you ever
mom was
thought
very
about doing
fascinated.
that?
My mom used to be very, very fascinated with the whales, so I'd be really dope to go myself.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I've known some people that got to swim with sharks, and that shit, it's crazy. But people say it's a life changing experience.
I'm sure it is, dude. I mean, I'd be freaking eyes open the whole time.
And then, what cartoon character would you be?
That's already passed.
Yeah.
Past cartoon character. Shoot, dude, man. People always say it, and I'm probably gonna get talked about this to this day. But people always say I get recognized as little freaking Bill from back in the day when I didn't have I had short hair because
Yeah.
it took me like 7 years to grow these dreads out. But when back in the day, Little Bill, I'd have to still rock with Little Bill, man. Little Bill was pretty cool.
Little Bill was wild. Yeah, that was a Nickelodeon time period. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, sure as shit,
Franklin and
dude.
all that shit.
Yeah, but another one I'd have to say Danny Phantom to be real low. Danny Phantom's cool.
They're wanting to do a live action of Danny Phantom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's freaking sick.
That would be sick. What's an album that you would say from another artist that inspired you to start being a rapper?
To start,
Yes.
I would have to say Immortal Technique, Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
He's very underground. He's very
Yeah.
underground, and like I remember when I was listening to like randomly "Dancing with the Devil," very infamous song, and
Yeah.
I just went through the whole freaking album, and then like that whole album right there was just like one of those epitomes. Like, all right, I'm gonna just try writing, and I just started writing like out of nowhere, and it just came to me in a vision, just like that. How I got my name, and it just stuck with me forever.
Yeah. And that's a crazy term, dancing with the devil, because a lot of people look at it like literally like you're dancing with the devil, but actually it's a metaphorical a lot of times that you're struggling, with drugs or
Mm-hmm.
alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand how, hearing a song like that could help you out, because a lot of people use that term, but a lot of times it's a metaphor because you're struggling with shit,
Yeah.
and you know firsthand, like when you have somebody that's that support system, they could help you through those addictions. That's really important. You have that support system.
Yep. Real talk. Real talk.
So, any music projects you have coming out?
Right now, at the moment, I'm working on something called Pounds of Weights or something like that. Weights of Pounds. Something. I'm trying to come up with something. It's just gonna be some hard music, dude. Some music, some shit that people can go to the gym to, get yoked up on, but like literally like based out to. Like when I go do perform at a concert, I want to see some fist throwing, some weed lit. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be revolved around weed and just pretty much taking care of yourself and energy wise. Just pretty much a high energy tape.
Yeah. And now, what would you rather be, a zombie, a vampire, or shapeshifter?
I don't know about being a vampire. Shapeshifter's kind of out there.
Yeah.
Whoa, zombie? Yeah, I'll go with the zombie. I'll go with the zombie.
Yeah, I mean,
just cause I know how easy that could be.
Yeah, definitely can. But they make a lot of cool music videos like that. And then, what would you rather be? E.T., Gremlin, Troll, SpongeBob, Garfield, or Felix the Cat?
Garfield was a cool cat, but I don't like cats.
Yeah.
SpongeBob worked hard every single day.
Yeah.
But his noise was a headache.
Yeah.
I just say Gremlin. Do a Gremlin.
So how could people find you, and shout outs?
You can find me on Instagram, Young Vision 1 and Original. You can find me on Twitter, Young Vision 219. You can look me up, Young Vision, on Google. You'll find me anywhere from music videos to whatnot. Yeah. I do a little bit of clothing too.
Yeah.
Just want to show you too, for any of you young parents or whatnot, young mamas that really want to rep the Young Vision. Yeah. I got some Young Vision Little Biggest Fans onesies for your little ones. Just come on, let me know. I got them for you.
Yeah.
But I like to say shout out to Sanctum Beats again for always being down for me and just always making sure that I know when to separate music, life, and all in together the pursuit of happiness.
Well, appreciate it. It's been excellent. Drink Catch episode 60 with Young Vision. God bless you. Jesus be with you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.